What up, dudes? Alfredo here, and the vendor reset is upon us. So every single week on Friday during the reset, we go and we check and we see if there's anything worth buying and that's worth your time, or if it's just a bunch of garbage. So first things first, the special gear vendor. Let's take a look. We've got a military MK46. It has destructive. Okay, accurate. Ew, and prepared. Yeah, not the talents I'd want on a light machine gun, so I would pass on that. We have the Storm Type T, expert and harmful. Don't see too much merit in that. The converted SMG-9, maybe some potential here. We've got competent, deadly, determined. Hot pass. Maybe a 204 vest with reckless. Nope, we've got forceful. Knee pads has prosperous and steadfast. We don't even have firearms rolled on that. So in terms of the base of operation special gear vendor, I think this week is just a complete bust overall from head to toe. So let's go ahead and jump into the DZ and check out some of the other vendors, and hopefully they get something better for us. Alright, so DZ2 as usual, nothing too exciting there. If you do, the only thing I can think of, if you haven't picked up already, is a 204 stamina vest, maybe if you want a higher roll on your reckless chest piece. But on to DZ3, this is what everyone usually goes for when they're looking for the vendor reset. This is the big boy stuff. This is where you get the AUG blueprints and the vector and whatnot, and eventually we had an M1A. Oh, there's a SOCOM M1A this week. It's got talented, determined, and proficient. Ooh, there was some potential there seeing an M1A, but honestly, I'm not a fan of the talents, so I would personally pass on this. The military RPK-74M light machine gun has ferocious. That's going to be a little difficult to activate with my build. Commanding and competent. Also a hot pass for me. One of these days I'll buy the Valkyria blueprint. And this week we've got a black market M60E6 light machine gun. So, man, this is probably going to be a hot pass for pretty much everybody here. I don't think light machine guns are really in style right now with the current meta. I can't really think of any way, shape, or form I'd go with this bad boy and start using Division Tech to craft, but kind of saw that coming, you know. It seems like they're switching out different types of weapons. We had the SMGs, we had the shotgun, the pistol, we had the assault rifle. So I think it was kind of we also had the M1 as well. So I think it was time we saw a light machine gun. Well, I mean, at least this week it's out of the way, and hopefully sometime next week we'll get an MP5, perhaps, maybe, but. Yeah, man, DZ3, nothing flashy or worth buying at all in my opinion. Let's go ahead and round out the rest of this by heading up to DZ. Yep, up into the higher end DZ to check out what's going on over there, and we'll find out. Alright, boys, so we're back currently chilling at DZ5. Now remember, this is the vendor that sold us the extended magazine at power level 32, as well as the muzzle at power level 32. So I'm hoping, probably thinking something in terms of optics this week, maybe. And yeah, there we go. The small RDS scope blueprints. So this one's kind of tricky. I'm definitely gonna buy this and pick this up. But the thing with these scopes is, but this will fit on an MP5. On an M1, I believe. This guy fits on many weapons. But the thing about this guy is that it says weapon damage, but from previous blueprints, it'll roll a random attribute for both, actually, instead of weapon damage every single time, along with a random bonus. From my experience crafting over 20 of these, I've always gotten a random bonus for each slot. So I don't know, man. It's the type of thing where I'm still going to get this because where I'm at and at this current moment in the division is that I can only make small little leaps here and there to increase my gear unless I run in and run incursions on challenging, but I just don't want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this bad boy up. Power level 32. It will cost Division Tech to craft. I do remember crafting an extended mag on my AUG. I went from 96% magazine size to 103 and 32% magazine size to 36. No, 32% crit hit damage to 36%, and I got about a 4% increase in DPS. So If you've got a bunch of other things you need to craft and work on, I suggest crafting on that. If you're more towards the ceiling and you can only make, you know, micro changes here and there, then it might be time to start picking up things like the extended magazine, muzzle brake, and whatnot. Don't believe those are still available. I'm not completely sure because of the fact that I already bought those. I do know that in DZ Vendor 3, if you don't buy that before the reset, you can't go back and buy that over again. So up to you guys. Ideally, I get the headshot damage along with crit hit chance, or maybe even weapon damage in there, but something like a small scope might benefit some of you guys. So let's take our final trip to DZ6 and see what's up. Alright, so we have arrived at our final destination for this week's vendor reset video, and it is DZ6. I'm not expecting any changes here. We haven't seen any changes at all since 1.1, and yep, that's about it, man. You've got the you got knee pads, you've got gloves. I don't really know why you go with the whole Nomad set. Maybe that's your type of thing. To each their own, but yeah, same two blueprints kind of just sitting here. I'm gonna go ahead and pick these up since I just have an absurd amount of money right now, and maybe there'll be a buff or change or something like that. Is there anything good with these knee pads? Not that I could think of. Neither with the gloves. Well, I mean, alright guys, so overall a pretty lackluster week. Not much to buy at all. Maybe just the scope, that's about it. I can't really think of anything that I would even want to buy unless you're a light machine gun guy. Like, this is just not your week. Maybe there's one guy out there that loves light machine guns and he's just jumping for joy, but I think most of us are going to be pretty disappointed with everything that the vendor is selling. Unfortunately, that about wraps up this week's vendor video. Wish we saw something cool, but I'm thinking next week we might grab something like an MP5. Yeah, man, I gotta say thank you guys for sticking it out every single night with me on Twitch and keeping up with all these YouTube videos. A lot of you guys have subscribed to the channel, and I love that so very much. And we just recently hit 40K followers on Twitch, and we're gonna go ahead and celebrate that with the first ever official AlfredoPlays shirt. Yes, it's division based because right now division is our jam. This is the Get Loot or Die Trying shirt, so I will leave a link to purchase this guy down below in the description. And if you guys like the channel, make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button as well. So alright guys, I'll see you guys on them nightly streams at 7 p.m. Peace.